Hey, what's up, everyone? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day that you are choosing to watch this video. Welcome. So I just wanted to give a quick introduction for our Canvas page. I know that a lot of teachers set their pages up kind of differently, and so what I wanted to do is provide you with just a little quick tutorial of how mine is set up. And just kind of some little tips and tricks that I've sort of learned along the way. And maybe you're an absolute pro at Canvas, which is totally great, but maybe you're not. And so this is just for everyone to kind of get the feel and lay of the land. So here we are. This should be in student view. Yes, it is. So when you click home, this is what it's going to bring you to. Any recent announcements that I'll post will actually pop up right here. I have that set as a setting. So all three, or at least three, of the most recent announcements will be put here in this area. And then you'll see some cute little otters, right? And then just a little bit of an overview of the class in general. But the main part of this page, which you'll probably find most useful, is the how to get in touch with me area. You'll find my email address, you'll find my cell phone number, you'll find my virtual office hours link here. So my office hours this semester are going to be Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 10 to 11 or by appointment. And then if you happen to be on Skyline campus on Fridays, I will also be in my office there. You can also find the direct link to the syllabus here, as well as the course schedule. I have the schedule on the syllabus, but the one on Google Sheets is one that I actually update, that you'll be able to see updates to. There's also some other useful documents or resources here as well. But what you're going to find most useful is what's happenings here on the left-hand side. You're going to want to go, the main part I really should say is modules. That's going to be numero uno, then MH Connect, which I'm actually going to make a separate video for that one. That shows like our book and our other assignments and stuff. Zoom is also going to be really useful here. Some of the other ones you may or may not find useful, but I think these first kind of 4 or 5 are going to be the most useful to you. Some other things I wanted to point out about at least being on the homepage, you have the big old to-do list over here, right? So what's kind of cool is it links you to our first lecture time. So you can jump into the Zoom lecture using this link. You can also use it over on the Zoom link or in your calendar. There's tons of different ways to get the Zoom link, which I'll also send out. And then you'll also be able to see any assignments that are due and what's coming up to be due. So you'll notice that you kind of have a lot of assignments due on the very first Sunday of classes. I promise you they're not very long, that you should be able to chop away at them pretty quickly. They're all just kind of like little miniature separate assignments, and that's why it seems like a lot, but it really shouldn't hopefully be too bad. Anyway, going back to Canvas, if you click on modules, this will directly take you to like the whole shebangaboo of this course. So the very first thing I want you to notice is in this very first module, it says must view first. Holy bananas, what do you think you have to do with that? You gotta view it first before pretty much you do anything else. Because notice if you go down to the first week to-dos, it's all grayed out. You can't do anything with them. Oh no, why? Oh, because look, it says prerequisites that you must view what is in that very first module before you begin the first week's assignments. Very important part there, okay? Don't be the person that emails me about that. But so basically what you're going to do is you're just going to click on this very first page here, where it's information and communication policy. It's kind of just a bit about me, what I look like. I mean, we'll be on Zoom a lot. You'll be seeing my face way too much. But really just other contact info, communication policy, stuff like that. This is the same link for the office hours. It's the same email, same phone number. It's just a different place that I have it set. From here, you're simply going to go down to the next button and click on that and be like, holy bananas, look, an intro to getting started page. So it just gives you a rundown of the class a bit. You can read through this at your leisure, how the course is set up, successful online learning tips. You know, maybe you've been online learning for a long time. We've all been on Zoom for a while, but maybe this is one of your very first Zoom classes or online synchronous class. Whatever works for you. So just kind of give this a little run through as well. If you want to watch that, how to be a good person on the internet situation, that's fine as well. After that, you'll find other student resources and Canvas tutorials. Yes, I do notice that this is for Skyline and the Support Center for Skyline, but many of the resources are still useful for you. And then the very last thing here, I believe, will direct you to the syllabus. So the syllabus we're going to go through briefly in our very first class. However, there are some little nitty-gritty, nitpicky things in there that will show up on your, see, now everything's all fully black now and everything's all complete. Huzzah, that's awesome. But now look at our first week's to-dos. Now I can complete these assignments. So the very first assignment you're going to have, or which I would suggest completing, I guess, would be the syllabus quiz. Once you read the syllabus, right? So get through that syllabus, take this little syllabus quiz. You have to score 100% in order to get credit for this assignment. The other two that are graded would be the Get to Know You discussion board, and then the last one is a States and Worlds quiz. What's geography? I know, but we're going to be talking a lot about different parts of the world, different parts of the oceans, different states, and different impacts around that. So this is really just a little kind of I'm not grading you by any stretch of the imagination on how well you do on that assignment. I just want you to do the assignment, right? And I'll go into more details on that in our first day. But if you're really wanting to power through some of these assignments so you can just get it done and not have to think about me for a while, go for it. Anyway, the rest of the way that this page is set up is we have our Zoom recordings. So I know that you get emails about the Zoom recordings, but what I'm going to do for you is link them all here directly, okay? That will give a place for you maybe when you're studying for exams, or you don't have to rifle through your emails all the time to try and find where the links actually are. I will have this directly here for you. A quick little aside on that, I'll kind of get my face big for this one. Some students in the past have had issues viewing the recordings. I straight up do not know why. Technology is great sometimes, gotta love it, right? So if you are having any issues with viewing the recordings, please, please, please just shoot me an email from your direct email, or from your, not from Canvas, like from your actual email. That way I can forward you the email that I get that has the link for the recording. What I did this semester, which is very different from previous semesters, is you don't have to have a password for the recordings. I figured, you know, if you really want to learn about oceanography and steal the video, you know what, go for it. At this point, it's fine. I have plenty of videos on YouTube as well. So hopefully that will kind of take care of any technical issues. But again, Lord knows what's going to happen. So just wanted to make a little aside about that. Anyway, so you should be able to view all of the lecture recordings here. Oh yeah, another big thing. If you don't come to class and you're not watching the recordings, it's very, very obvious because I don't always put every single little bit of information in the lecture slides, right? So sometimes it'll be a lot of pictures and you look at the picture and be like, what? But if you come to class or watch the recording, then I'll give you an explaining of the picture. Also, something that I do in class is I give you the answers to all the short answer questions that will be on your exam. So it may behoove you to either 1, show up to class, or 2, at the very least, watch the recordings. All right, any whoosies. Aside from all of that, going back to the modules, and what's kind of cool with Canvas as well is once you're done with a particular module, you can just click on that little arrow here and it makes everything go away. And then you'll see how I have everything set up is per unit, right? So we're going to do geological oceanography. So I'll have all of your lecture slides posted here. I have some exam prep stuff that will kind of be filled in here once we get to exam time. All of your assignments in terms of discussion boards, homeworks and exams, and your SmartBook reading assignments will all be kind of separated out here. And then each subsequent unit will be set up the same exact way. All right, so our second unit is chemical oceanography and the atmosphere and climate change. Then our third unit is physical oceanography, and our fourth unit is biology and the marine environment. So, and then our last little bit here, kind of finishing up the Canvas page, you'll have one project for this class, but we're going to rip the Band-Aid off and get that one done about midway through the semester. and then you will have some extra credit opportunities in this class. But I'll go over all of the details of all of those things later on. And I think that's really all that I wanted to go into in terms of the introduction for our Canvas page. I guess some other quick things, you can go to your dashboard. This is where, access denied, you won't get to see that, huh? But when you click on courses, you'll have all of your courses listed here. When you go to a calendar, it will also show you where all of your homework assignments are due, and it also has the links, to our Zoom lectures. You'll notice that there may be a couple of days in the calendar that are missing. That will be for a reason, and I'll explain that at a later time. Or that is for a reason, I'll explain that at a later time. Also, to get a hold of me, you can go to the inbox here. Obviously, it won't say access denied for you. It's because I'm in student view. It's having a connection fit. That's totally fine. But this is a way that you can message me or your fellow students. So if you have any questions with kind of finagling around Canvas or getting into Zoom or watching the Zoom recordings, please just reach out and let me know. I promise you I'm not super intimidating, or maybe I look intimidating, I don't know, but I'm not super scary. I pinky promise. You can reach out to me with any questions that arise. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I very much look forward to this semester with you all. Thank you.